So, welcome to Drops Mic, a conversational podcast. And today we're going to be talking with Layla, and we are going to be talking about how to tell who's your real friend on Instagram. So, I'm Simi Kumete, and I'm from South Africa. I'm 28, and I've been using social media since 2008. So I don't know if we're going to count Mixit in this situation, but yes, I've been using social media since Facebook started like way, way back. And now it's Instagram. It's time for Instagram, and we want to see who's your real friend on Instagram. So Layla is my friend from Rose from Grahamstown, and which I don't know if she'd like to say something about herself.
Thanks, Timmy. I'm really glad to be part of this. It's quite cool. I am Leila, and I'm Kenyan. I studied in South Africa, and that's where I met Simi. But back in Kenya now, in Nairobi, the capital. Yeah, and what else? Oh yeah, I'm a new plant mom recently. And yeah, I've been getting into this hobby of painting homes for my new plant babies. So yeah.
Okay. Okay, cool. So yes, yeah. Often we feel like social media is a place filled with um maybe not like the most sincere of people, and you want to know who's your real friend on social media, like on particularly Instagram. How do
Mm.
you know? Yeah, how do you know if someone is your friend on Instagram? Like, what what do they do? What social media gestures do they perform?
Yeah, that's actually quite interesting. I never post anything on Instagram. But today, actually in the morning, I posted some selfies
Oh,
and yeah, in my story. And it was quite interesting. Like I posted these stories and like many people viewed these stories. I actually didn't know that if okay, um, I didn't know people always view your stories when they click on them. God, I'm so bad at social media, clearly. And I could see that all these 20 people like saw my story and only one person like liked it. And yeah, it
no,
was interesting.
that's normal.
I didn't know that's normal because I never post anything.
Yeah,
Um,
not many people like stories. Like it's a few people. You just I just view the little hearts on the screen. I'm like, that's love, and yeah, I'm happy just to see that.
yeah, yeah. No, there is. I didn't get any love. I just people like looked at the pictures and no. Maybe I'm used to like Facebook liking. I don't know what's happening. Clearly. um,
You mean they liked it like as a notification, or they liked it and then you saw the hearts?
I didn't see any hearts except like for one person. I just know that they viewed it.
Oh, okay. Yeah. I think that's quite normal. That's normal. Like if one person liked it. People don't really like the stories very often.
Oh, okay, okay.
Yeah,
Yeah.
so it was a good debut.
It was a good debut. Yes. Like
Yes.
yeah, it was for since it's been very many years since I posted. So um yeah, yeah, it was interesting. But that just an aside, like just like
Uh,
me, my very recent experience on social media.
yes. So yeah. So yes. Then that leads us to the first sign, which is that they watch your stories. That's a sign that someone is your friend, or someone is observing you. I don't know. Oh, because now you don't have Instagram. a lot. So yeah, but it
A lot
because
has changed, hey?
yeah, a lot has changed because some people can watch your stories, but they're like
Yeah.
not really liking you as a person. I don't know, but basically there's like a core audience of people that watches your stories. So those, I feel like those are your friends.
Okay.
But then also there's some of them who are like frenemies or like
Yeah.
yeah, or like or they're just observing
Yeah,
some.
it's interesting because especially because I've not reared my face on social media in a long, long time. I don't know. I don't know. Maybe it also comes with some expectations. Like, what do you expect friends on social media to do in order for you to feel connected to them, you know? Um, yeah, that was like a bit, yeah, interesting.
Yeah, so yeah, like they watch your stories. At least you have like, I feel at least like I have people that watch my stories, and I know who they are, and that's great. Like uh yeah, and then yeah, every now and then someone likes the story, and then you see the hearts on the on the post. um so yeah, I feel like they pay attention to your stories, and they also reply to your stories. Like
Mm,
sometimes post like an interactive one, they yeah, or something's funny, then they like reply the laughing emoji or the celebration emoji. So those like that's social interactions on social media, like a social gesture on social media. So that's good. And yeah, then
I feel like those gestures they kind of like maintain a friendship in a sense. Hey, like say this high school friend liking or watching your story or maybe even commenting. It kind of like maintains friendships that would have otherwise have expired, you know?
yes, yeah, it does. It really does. And like your family, also like you
Yeah.
notice how distance between yeah, like you wouldn't normally talk to your family very often. I for example only see my family on like major events or dates like Easter and Christmas.
Mm.
So then like in between that, then you can establish a friendship with your family as well. It's
Yeah.
not yeah, it's not just formal functions that we're all together, and now it's like, oh my gosh, I haven't seen you in so long. So like yeah, it maintains the friendship.
Yeah. Yeah. No, exactly. Um, and yeah, it there's some context. Like it kind of breaks the ice. Like you could post something funny or something interesting or just post yourself and now the ice is broken, you know? Like
Yeah.
you need to pick up where you've left off in a conversation. I mean, in a dormant kind of friendship, you know?
Yeah, so that's also what I wanted to mention is that they mention your content, like your stories or your posts, on in conversation. Like that is so
Yeah.
important. That if someone does that, then you know that's a real person. Like that's a like this person is real. They're not just like a ghost observer. Because this, yeah,
Yeah.
yeah, that's
No, that
a really
is, yeah.
yeah. And then yeah, so then you also have that core set of people that like your posts, and those are like definitely your friends. Like totally. Those ones, that core group of people that like the posts, you like, yeah, that's
Yeah.
my dude. That's my Instagram homie.
Yeah, and maybe they were a bit closer. Like maybe that friendship was very active at some point, but yeah, now they're an Instagram homie. Like
Yeah,
now, because of circumstances like transitioning from high school to uni or leaving uni and now working in a different town or country, then you're like, okay, we still have that, constant, reliable connection with those likes. Yes.
Yeah, like those people, I'm pretty sure if you died, those people would come to your funeral.
Yeah. Or post something on your wall, maybe.
I don't know if they'd come to your funeral, but it feels like that. It feels like these people actually care about your life. Like, the other people don't actually care about your life.
Yeah, yeah.
Those ones are supportive. Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah.
So,
Yeah.
yes.
It's interesting because like social media friendships are not active, I mean there are those that are active, who you chat with on WhatsApp and then they see you on Insta or Facebook and comment and chat some more. Like, I mean, those friendships where you chat on multiple social media avenues, those friendships are strong. But then they are the friendships, like, you're never gonna talk to this person ever again, like you had like a good friendship, a good run, but now your lives are so different and you think of these people fondly and your only connection with them is social media now.
Yeah.
Like, yes, there's also that kind of group of friends, like like commemorative kind of friends, which
Wow. Okay.
and they are on Facebook, yeah, and on social media, but like even if they came to town, you're not likely to hit them up. You know what I mean?
Oh, yes. Yeah. Yeah, I do know what you mean. Yeah.
But you
But
still
they're
think
still your
of
friend,
them.
though. They're still your social media friend. Like,
Yeah,
like you can almost bank on it that those like 30 people or like those 15 people or whoever it is. I think it's like it depends on how Insta popular or how popular you are on social media. But it's like a core group of people, and it's like the same people for years. It's like these people are the ones,
yeah, yeah.
maybe if you went on live, like they would actually also go on live at the same time to see what you're doing. Like, they're like interested in your life, in your content that you're posting. They're like,
Mm.
if they do follow you on social media, like, oh, like, let's see what Simi's doing. Let's see what Layla's doing. Let's see what, like,
Yeah, yeah. No, I agree. They are friends still.
Yeah. Yes. And then also another gesture is people commenting on posts. So I feel like a comment is a super like, like the
Yeah, that's
positive
another level of friendship. Like a little bit of an upgrade, like a step up, you know, because they are comfortable enough to reach out and say something. I don't know. They're not
Yeah.
just, yeah, like the connection is strong enough for them to feel like they can reach out and, say, hey, bruh, you're looking great, or I love where you are right now. Where is this lovely place? Or,
Yeah.
um,
Yeah. Like a comment is a super like, and then the people that comment on your posts are also, it's like best friend status, you know?
I don't know about say best friends, but sure.
Wow, with my experience.
Yeah, but would they be someone you would um get in touch with for maybe emotional support if you're having a rough time? It depends, like, you know.
Yeah.
But
Yeah, the people, I feel like the people who comment on my posts are like my real friends. So I would reach out to them. They're probably the people I even talk to on WhatsApp, like on all the social media. They're the people that I even call.
Ah, yes, okay. And
So
hence they feel comfortable enough to also write a comment, you know?
yeah,
Like, yeah. Yeah, no, that makes sense. And
yes.
yeah.
And then there's also reposting a story. That is something that's another friendly behavior. Like,
Really?
yeah, no, I just made a list of them. So yeah,
Yeah,
reposting a story, like if
that's
you
something
posted,
I've never done. I've
hey,
never reposted a story. That's something I've never done in my
oh.
social media.
But if I think it's if you're tagged in it. Okay, so it's like tagging you if you're tagged, and then they repost your story. Like you tagged them. Let's say someone tags you, someone puts a happy birthday post, and then you add that to your stories.
Yes, I've seen that one. Yes, yes.
Yeah.
But I've just never done it. I don't know why.
I don't think
Uh, but okay.
it just sounds like you're not on. I don't. You're not using Instagram. Like people are tagging you. I don't think you use Instagram regularly. You know.
No,
Yeah.
no, I don't. I don't. And what I use Instagram for is might be looking at people who have similar hobbies to my new hobby now. So like people who have plants and and pots and paint them so I can have ideas. Yeah, that's been mostly the activity I've been having on Instagram. But
Oh.
yeah, people are really creative. And I comment on their posts all the time. I,
Yeah.
oh yeah, I also share their posts. Uh,
Yes. You see.
yeah, now I remember doing that. Yes, I do share, but maybe to show someone like, bruh, look, I want to do this to my pot, you know?
Yes, so that is also another level when they like share. It's like share via DM to someone like that.
Yeah,
Yeah, like that's also. I feel like that's quite a intimate level. I feel like that's like your sibling. Like I don't know, just for me, because I mean I share a lot with my sister, but with people that I share posts to, it's like that is my family. Like wow.
yes. Like,
Yeah.
yeah, we are discussing our lives, our current everyday likes, you know,
Yeah.
memes.
And like
Yeah.
funny things.
Um, yeah. No, yes, no, that's next level. That's like your everyday person, you know?
Yeah, it's like your
Family
blood.
you're probably living with, and you started talking about something and it popped up, and you're like, bruh, check this. Yeah.
Yeah. Like look at this. Well, fashion or whatever. So yeah, that's also a good sign. That's like, yeah, that's your homie for sure. Um, and then I don't know if you want to talk about DMing. Like guys, do you like? Obviously, they don't even count in this discussion. But now on the topic of DMs.
Yeah. DMs. Yeah, DMs. Yeah, now it gets a bit flirty sometimes in that DM section. There's a flirty aspect where you've been friends with this person for so long, and then you post a cute pic, and then they tag you with that pic, and they're like, bruh, you know, you're
Yeah.
cute. And
Yeah, I do.
let's hang out sometime or something like that, you know?
I know, and sometimes it's like unsolicited. Hey, you like, oh, these people are annoying, or I think many times you just ignore them.
Yeah, no, you do. Or you just like awkwardly say things to the compliment and then ignore the other half of the message.
Uh,
Um, yeah, but ignoring is the go-to.
I
So,
should ignore them. But what is also like a guy like a flirty like social media behavior is when they like a post from like long ago. You
oh,
know,
that's just creepy.
is it creepy?
I don't know. Look,
It is. I
no.
guess it is creepy, but it's like I am interested in you. Because sometimes I feel like guys do that where they like don't send a DM, but they do things like that, and
Yeah,
they expect you to reach out, but it's like, yeah, no.
yeah, but yeah, no,
But
yeah.
that guy was creepy, actually. Like the guy, like I think two people have been like did have done that. The one was really creepy, and
Okay.
he would like stuff from long ago, and he did it for like a year, more than a year, and he then this is crazy. Then he started talking to my
He was
sister.
like, he was liking those posts very slowly if he was doing it for a year. He was like, I'll this month I'll like this old post, and then next month this. I mean, I
I
don't
think
know.
it
Because
communicates like I'm observing you on social media. Like,
in a
hey,
yeah, there's yeah, an undertone of
yeah, like you've got my attention. But like this guy was genuinely creepy, and he started flirting with my sister, and then he wanted to have like phone sex with my sister, and Alicia was like, yeah, and then she
wait,
obviously was like, no. And yeah, that whole like I also told her like this guy is really creepy, like don't engage.
so he started off liking your old posts, and then like for a whole year, and then went on to start flirting with your sister.
Yeah, like he was genuinely a creep.
Yeah, yo,
Yeah,
yeah.
yeah, like it was crazy. I didn't even know what to say. I was just like, that is a creep. I don't care how hot he is, like that's a creepy guy.
Yeah. And was he hot now that that topic comes?
He was.
Okay, yeah, still.
Like it's
Yeah,
so awkward
yeah, yeah, it's awkward.
and invasive, like, and I want to enter your daily life. Like, oh, is he? I think he feels like, oh, you ignored me when I was giving you so much attention, and then so I'm gonna like make you feel uncomfortable. Then he like started flirting with my sister, and like, yeah, like even on WhatsApp, I was like, oh my god, this guy, like, geez, she's not taking the rejection well, or what?
Also, there's that sense of entitlement, like sometimes these men, I don't know, they don't see us as people who have autonomy, or I don't know, they don't respect.
Yeah,
Yeah.
really.
So he seems like one of those people who are just so entitled and just expect you to, respond and be okay with
Yeah.
creepiness and actually like it. I don't know. It's weird.
It was so weird. But anyways.
Yeah, and also like people who like come up to you and talk to you might be on the streets, or yeah, they just come and invade your nice little privacy and expect you to like what they're doing. Like they expect you to respond in maybe a flirtatious, or at the very least a friendly manner.
Yeah, I
Um,
think it's the entitlement to women. Like as a woman,
yeah,
you can't really say no. Yeah.
no, yeah.
Yeah. Like I don't care how yeah. So there's that creepier side of social media flirting. And yeah, then there's also people that you've made friends with online, like someone who you, they followed you and then you went through their Instagram, then you're like, oh, okay, this person seems cool, and then you followed back, and now you guys like each other's posts every time, but you even know what part of the country this person is. Like, oh, they're in Cape Town now. Oh, they're in there. You like follow that person's life as well. They're like your social media friend. Like, and you guys like each other's posts. It's like a pen pal.
Yeah, but have you ever had a conversation with them? That's the thing. Like,
she
like
like the people that I have had friendships with, and the one that I am currently having with, she like comments every now and then.
okay, so conversations are happening.
Yes.
Okay, yeah. Yeah, no. I mean, yeah, those people are also friends. If conversations have happened, you know?
Yeah.
And, yeah. But you
So
might
that,
not know that much about the person, but I mean, that's also the other thing. Like, have you ever, I don't know, have you ever met these people in real life, and did it feel as easy to chat with them, or not yet?
I haven't met them in real life. No.
Okay.
I think it's just gonna be like a pen pal, like someone you send letters, and I don't think we'll ever meet.
Yeah.
Or maybe
Yeah.
one day if we go to the same event, because there's people who have the same interest as you. So if you go to the same event, then you're like, hey, I know you are on, it's probably like on Instagram, like, hey, I follow you, and like, hey, then like you will always see them because it's like immediately recognize them. I feel like that has happened where when I was in Joburg, like I saw someone that I had met on social media, and it was like, hey, oh my god, we follow each other, like, hello, and it was normal. Yeah, it was friendly.
Yeah. That's cool. It can go both ways though. It can go that way, where in real life it's so chilled. I haven't made friends on social media like that, but in terms of like dating apps, sometimes I'll be meeting this person online and everything will be flowing, and I don't know, the way I perceive this person is like someone who I can get along with, and then we go for our first date. And I don't know, everything goes south. I don't know. The conversation is not as, because also sometimes people think about what they have to say when they're texting you. So, but then in real life, I don't know.
Yeah, it's like awkward or strange.
Yeah, maybe they are judgy, and or maybe their perception on something is really bothering you, and it's like affecting how you carry on with your conversation. Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, you're still thinking about how maybe they treated the waiter. Yeah, or maybe something sexist that they said, like, and didn't even realize they said it. You know, things like that.
Yeah.
Yeah. But then, yes, there are some people who you meet them on the dating apps and then you meet them in real life, and it's even better.
Oh. Cool. Yeah. Dude, the dating apps, like, yeah, no, I don't really use them. But yeah, it's like weird because it's. Do you have like video chats with the dating app people?
No, I've never had a video chat. So it's always texting or voice notes, and then meeting up.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But I prefer the video chats one because then it's like breaks the ice, and you can actually gauge who you like, what kind of person you're dealing with, like what kind of person you're talking to.
Yeah. Before you go and and spend your day with them.
I know, but actually you should probably wait for the video call, because then like it's just more special to meet in person than to have the date. But because it's just, I really, texting with guys is I don't know what to say. Like, if I've never met them, I don't know what to say. I feel like I'm just better at talking.
Oh, okay. Yes, yes. No,
Yeah.
yeah, that's true. I get that.
Yeah.
Yeah, especially like apps like Bumble, where it's the girl who has to initiate the convo. It can be like, bruh, I don't know what to say. And then there are always those people on their profile who are like, yeah, if you can't have a conversation, if you can't break the ice with something more than, hey, how are you, then please swipe left. And I just swipe left to those people. Not because I
Oh.
don't have much to say. I'm just like, that's a bit intense for like a bio.
Yeah. Hey, people on social media, yo, hi. I
Yeah.
know. I know, like the ones that, like, if you're gonna ask me what's my zodiac, what's my star sign, please swipe left.
Yeah.
So
I
yeah, people are
think
quite
that tells me
opinionated.
to swipe left. I'm like, okay, I'll swipe left because there's so much you could say in a bio, but you choose to put up rules that don't make sense, you know? I
Yeah.
mean, you could say don't be a creep, which is fine because yes, there are creeps out there. Um, or other kind of things, but then yeah, I don't know, it just gives me, you're just like, this person's not chill.
Yeah. No, they're not a nice guy. Or they're like a traditional guy. You know,
Yes, yeah.
hey?
No, I'm agreeing. They're
Yeah.
probably quite traditional, unless you strongly agree with what they
No.
posted.
No. They're full of, you like, just no. But anyways, yeah, I don't really use that stuff because Nelspruit isn't really a place with nice people. But yeah, so I'm on Instagram. I'm more on Instagram, and yeah, so then
Yeah,
I was just like talking and thinking like, yeah, that would be a nice conversation, a nice topic to, yeah, to talk about the people that we interact with on social media, because like you know living at home and in COVID and everything,
it's been
social
a really
media
great.
became,
Yeah,
yeah, it became so much more of a platform of interaction. So yeah, instead of talking to people in real life like every weekend or whatever, like then it's rather the posting and who likes the post, and yeah, then you actually kind of feel a connection with these people. They're like part of your social group, yeah, your social group. um
oh,
so yes, so another
oh
thing.
yes, and
Yeah.
yeah, something also just came up while you were talking about like your social group, and in social with social media, sometimes like someone could not have replied to your text for a long time, or maybe you haven't replied to a text for a long time, and then they like a post that you posted.
Yeah.
And I don't know, does that mean that definitely means they still have a connection? But
Oh, okay.
I don't know, what do you take on that? I feel like okay, so you didn't reply to my text, but it's not like you for like 3 months, but it's not like you hate me. you
You can.
still we still have some connection. Like the yeah.
Yeah, like that can be it, I guess. Like, sometimes you can just feel the energy of like the person that you're interacting with, and then it's a good thing like that. But sometimes it's also, I feel like that person is a little bit fake, because it's like I like to see you when you're shining and you're out and about and you're in this, like, you're in a nice place, and you look, it's like you have a little bit of a shy, like a little I don't know what to call it. It's like I wasn't interested in you, and then you went on, let's say you went on holiday or something, or you went to like a nice place or event, and then it's like looks cool, and then now because you're cool again, then they start liking your posts. But then, like, a few months ago you didn't reply to my text. That means you like Charles me, like in Grahamstown, like you just minds me, you just ignored me. And then now that things are looking better, now you're like, oh, I'm back to the sunshine. But it's like, no, 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 you can't just ignore me on
Ah,
WhatsApp.
yes. So it's still not good enough to warrant like forgiveness or like like okayness, like back to, normalcy.
Yeah,
Um,
that's
yeah,
how I would interpret it. But
yeah.
yeah, it would
uh,
depend on the energy.
yeah, like there is a friend that I have been guilty of not replying to for probably now a year, a full on year, someone I was close to. And they recently went to like Germany, and they were like beautiful pics and stuff, and they looked like they're having such a great time. But I avoided liking and commenting
Yeah.
because I didn't feel worthy.
Oh my God. What? Layla? Oh my goodness. I'm thinking, like,
I didn't feel I didn't feel worthy of just coming out from nowhere and now chatting or liking the pics on Facebook. And
yeah, yeah, I get that.
like
Yeah. You want to
I
be
needed
like,
to first finish. I needed to first address the issue on WhatsApp
yeah,
before.
yes. Yeah. You don't want to just go, and then when things are like things are happening for them, then you want to be friendly. But then if you go through or whatever, whatever happens, and then the person is, yeah, they just fall off on the WhatsApp, then it's kind of like, yeah, no. So it's good you didn't.
Yeah,
Uh,
even though I was really happy and
like,
excited for them,
yeah,
I felt like, hey, no, you have to first. But it's weird. I'll do this, but when someone hasn't replied to my take and then they like my post, I'm like, we still friends there.
yeah.
So
It
it
can
my
happen.
expectation is the opposite of like what I do is different from like um yeah, what how I interpret it when someone else does it to me. Like it's yeah, it's interesting because now someone has not replied to my text, and then they like my pics on social media, and I'm like, okay, there's still hope, like we're still okay.
It,
But
it, that
that's
yeah,
just
depends on the person, I guess. But still, I do feel like sometimes people just are there, like it's like they're there for the glory and they're not for the real life,
yeah,
like the nitty gritty. Like then you just there when things are nice. It's like I will no. uh,
yeah,
so
yeah. And yeah, and also social media does this thing, yeah, where you only post like your highlights. And so it like your people, I don't know if you're really connecting with people because they're only seeing one aspect of your life and not the full on ordinary, mundane, sometimes not nice parts.
well, for me, I feel like I post. I think I post everything, and the people that I talk to on WhatsApp would be people that I keep in contact with via phone call. I'm not a very much of a text person, so it would be people that I keep in contact with on phone calls, and then also people that I meet up with for like lunch dates. That's who, yeah, and then like obviously, your family. But yeah, social WhatsApp for me isn't, I don't really chat, like keep like that kind of interaction. I'm not a texting person.
Okay. Yeah.
Yeah. So
Yeah.
so yes, and then like in terms of the social gestures, the friendly gestures on social media. So yeah, then there's like also, yeah, I think we said birthday wishes and
Uh,
the
okay. What do you take on birthday wishes? They've just gotten um less and less every year. Hey.
yeah, I think it's just as you get older. I think
Yeah.
that's
And
normal.
people, yeah, people are not on social media anymore. Like I'm never on Facebook, and that's where you get reminded people's birthdays.
Yeah, people don't post that much on Instagram anymore. I think people used to post more. Yeah, people used to post everyday stuff. And then now it's, yeah, it is like people just post the highlights. Um, and then kind of worry, or like you kind of wonder if it's a Instagrammable moments. Like I think people only post the Instagrammable moments. People are not posting like everyday things. But where they do post the everyday things is on stories.
Ah, okay. Yes, yes, yes. That's true. Yes, yeah. And okay, that's another thing about them posting their highlights. Sometimes does it feel like my way of do you sometimes feel like your friends' lives are moving a lot faster than yours are because of these highlights, and is there a sense of, I don't know, feeling behind in life, feeling
I think that's just part of like a quarter life crisis. That's part of our age group. So, there's people moving forward in their careers, and people are getting married and having
yeah,
children. And like there's some people, like even their second children. But I don't, I try not to worry about that, because like Theodore Roosevelt, and it's literally like one of my favorite quotes of all time, is that comparison is the thief of joy. Like, just in your best way, just try not to compare yourself to your peers, because yeah, it's a source of suffering, and it's such a source of suffering that is like unnecessary, because in someone else's eyes you're doing great. That happens to me sometimes. I meet people and they think my life is amazing. And then
yeah,
you're like, oh, I'm going through a bout of anxiety, and you're like, oh, everyone is. So it's really like the perception is you should be just posting to have fun. Like, honestly,
yeah.
yeah.
And
Yeah.
it depends on when you're going. And yeah, I mean, you are happy for your friends, hey, but it also depends on when you're on social media. Because sometimes I do that thing on social media where I'm just so numb, like I'm not okay, and I'm just scrolling like a zombie through Instagram or Facebook. And then there will be like a photo of my friend getting married, and might be a friend, well, not a friend, might be, okay, a friend, but an acquaintance, someone in high school that I've not spoken to in years. And I'll be so happy for them. And yeah, I will comment. But I don't know, subconsciously, I'll have internalized some, I don't know, this not comparing yourself. It's, I don't know, they will be like a weird way that your subconscious picks, but it also depends on like your self-esteem as well. And
Yeah. No, you just have to be friendly. You just have to be happy for everyone. Sorry. And then also, you don't know what people are going through. Like, you don't know if that is even a happy relationship. They're just posting them smiling on social media, and yeah, you can't really tell whether they're happy. So,
Yeah.
yeah, it's just better to not do that. Right
Yeah.
now, I'm in a phase where I'm not doing that, and I feel good about it. I actually don't even look at other people's um social media very often, to be honest. Like, I
Yeah.
don't really do that because I don't know why I don't, but I don't really, unless I see it in my feed, then I
Yes.
see it. But
Only
like,
on this as well. Like I
yeah,
just but you know what'll happen? Say I see someone who's gotten married. I won't be thinking of them. Like I probably won't even subconsciously. I won't be thinking of, okay, Rachel got married. You know, I'll just be thinking about in general, like everyone's moving ahead, and
yeah,
like I won't even be thinking. Like I'll think I'll love Rachel's picture, and I'll probably comment congratulations. But if that is if I was on Facebook when I was depressed and numb.
yeah. No, you just have to embrace the stage of life that you're at, because they're probably looking at your Instagram going like, you're so lucky, you're single, you can do whatever you want, you don't have to go home and cook for a husband every day. Like,
Yeah, it does
yeah.
get busy and hectic. Yeah.
Yeah, everyone, it's all a matter of perspective. And like,
Yeah.
trust, there is someone, people out there are looking at your social media thinking it's so much greater than their life. But like,
Yeah.
everyone,
And yeah, because we're all posting our highlights, and yeah, it just gets, it's weird.
no,
But
that's why you
yeah.
must just post, like, and have fun, because it's just it's entertaining. You must post out of entertainment, but there is also an element of, people are doing financially better than you. People going on like really nice, or people that go on holidays often. You're like, yo, that person is
Yeah.
living the life. But it doesn't matter. I just, right now, I'm happy that I'm in a phase where it's like, I don't really, it doesn't really affect me. I'm happy to see it, because then it's like, when I do get the opportunity, then it's like, I have exposure to that thing. Like, now I know where the nice travel
Oh,
spots are,
yeah. That's
you know?
also, yeah.
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 So then, yeah, there's also the people that like your hustle on social media, and that's like, yeah, that's also it's another level of diehard. Like, that's your diehard homie. The people that follow your blog or your side hustle, your YouTube, the people that support your content.
Oh,
Um,
yes, yes.
yeah, that's like, okay, that's my real friend. Like, you don't have to worry about that. That's just a really supportive gesture, and that's cool.
Oh, yes, I agree 100%.
Yeah.
Yeah, because they're in there with you in that grind and giving you love when you're doubting your art and whatever it is you're putting out there, you know? Yeah,
Yeah.
nice to have that friendly comment or that like, or yeah, it is.
Yeah. So, like, for me, I have a blog, and like, people who talk about my articles to me, that's like so nice. I love those people. Yeah,
Yeah,
that's so nice. Yeah, they're like, oh, I really liked what you wrote, and yeah, they actually read it, and I'm like so happy about that.
and also give you feedback on like, or like, give you ideas from, what they thought about while they were reading it. And
Yes.
yeah, sometimes I feel like
Positive.
yeah, yeah. Some really good ideas can come back when you back and forth with someone about a topic, you know, like you started the conversation on your blog and then someone gives you like their thoughts on it, and it's really cool. Yeah.
Yeah, like, yeah, and then also friends that you meet up for lunch with, when they, like, yeah, you can, then they ask you about your blog and everything, and then you can even think of a new topic with them. I think that's what you just said. But yeah, it does happen. And that's so nice.
Yeah, it is nice. It is nice because
Yeah.
they're supporting you, and sometimes I guess you can feel like no one's reading your blogs, and that's just a reminder that yes, someone's reading your blogs, someone likes them, you know. And yeah, it is good. It's the kind of
Yeah.
validation that I don't know, like it's good.
Yeah, it's like they support your hustle. It's like, yeah, and then if you have a YouTube, they subscribe to your YouTube, because when you start posting online, you start creating content, your audience is actually people you don't know. It's not your social group. Your social group doesn't really engage in your little side hustle unless you're like a popular person. If you're popular, then they do, you've got all your friends, all your boys, and like, then they
Then
all support you. But if you just, like a girl with 5 core friends, you can expect some help from your 5 core friends, but like the rest of the people on Instagram or whatever, they're not necessarily going to like your content that is a different topic to your normal life. Your target audience is the internet, like World Wide Web. You are reaching out to people online who have the same interests as
mm,
you. So when someone from your friends list likes a content of yours, it's like a really good endorsement. But like,
yeah,
yeah, it's like a supportive gesture that people don't often do.
yeah, no, yeah, you're right. Yeah, actually, um, that's interesting. I mean, I haven't ever posted. I don't think I've seriously started any side hustle or created any content. But yes, um, yeah, if I did, and if my friend, I would hope that if I posted stuff that I'm working on Facebook or Instagram, that my friends would, I don't know, help me grow by just subscribing or like
They don't.
reposting or something.
Yeah, like reposting the thing the blog you wrote or the video
Yeah.
you made. Yeah, that's like golden. Yeah, so we just, that's really all the supportive gestures that people do on social media, and that's how you know that it's your real friend. That's your real life friend, like in real life, not
No, no.
social
I 100% agree. Actually, this is such a good conversation because it's really put in context on, yeah, it's really put a lot of context on relationships in social media. Like
media.
now, yeah, now I can appreciate people. Like remember in the beginning, I'm like, I don't know if these people are my friends who are
Yeah,
viewing my thing and not liking. But yes, they're excited to watch. Your thing has popped up on their thing,
yeah,
and they're like, ah, yes, I'm gonna watch this because I'm interested.
yes,
Yeah, and people liking and commenting. Yeah, you know,
yeah,
maintaining that friendship in small ways. And
yeah.
then, yeah, I feel like I'm gonna be on social media a bit different now.
That's
But yeah,
good.
the side hustle one, those are your diehards, dude. Those are the ones I 100% agree.
Yeah,
They're reposting, they're in the hustle with you because they're
dude.
reposting. They're
Yeah, that's like you. I will. You better keep them in your prayers.
Yeah.
Yeah. But yes, thank you, Leila. Thank you for talking with me on this conversation, on this topic. And yeah, thank you so much.
Thank you. And I've learned a lot because I'm not very active on social media, but yes. And yes, if I'm gonna, you know, I'll be more active on social media because I don't know. I've always felt so distant from friends on social media. Like,
No, you
you
must do
know,
it. Because it's like you're branding yourself. Like, you just you have a persona on social media, but it should be based on who you really are. And but it's like personal, it's like exposure of some kind.
yeah, it is.
Yeah,
It
and
is
it's
like,
friendly, it really is.
yeah,
Yeah, because I don't
and it
really
is,
follow celebrities that much, so my social media is still like people I know.
yeah, yeah.
And then it's nice to feel, yeah, you feel you
Connect.
just, yeah, you feel connected, but I mean you don't also feel connected because you just go through stages. I think it's normal for people to go through bouts of, oh, I think in our age group, yeah, like, oh, people are doing better, and then, or you just like, whatever. um
Yeah,
but yeah, it's like a fun thing, it's entertaining.
yeah. No, it is. And my
Yeah.
my 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 social media is not so much my friends. I'd say it's more my interests. That's what I'm following mostly. And I've liked so many things that I'm interested in that it takes me a while before I see a friend's post, Like,
Yeah. So
yeah.
so cool. No,
But
that's
now I don't know how I can see through and yeah, reconnect with friends. Definitely
yeah,
it's important, yeah.
yeah, it is. So yes, thank you, Leila. Thank you so much
Yeah.
for, yeah, for sitting down and talking to me about these social media friends. And because sometimes people are just, or you might feel like, actually no, I know it's true, some people just observe you and like don't really engage. So it's nice to talk about the engagement, and also just so people can know, like, hey, actually that's actually my real friend, and like I thought I didn't have that friend, something.
Yeah,
Yeah.
yeah, exactly.
So yeah, okay,
Yeah.
so we're gonna stop recording now.
Okay, cool.
Okay, let me
Thank you.
just figure out